Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Na toll, jetzt muss die alleine klatschen. Ich hab kein Flammschwert mehr. Och nö. Brauchen die das? Oh, oh.
You picked the wrong fight. Megasonic thrust. Sword Rain Alpha. Pierce. Blow away. Rising Falcon. No escape. Blow away. Sword Rain Alpha.
Ich hab den schwach alleine.
Take this! Raining slash! Ah!
Alphan?
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right? Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Harros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem. Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Sarah hat der viele Punkte.
We won.
Ah, eine Eule.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danins, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphan, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphan's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Wie komme ich zu dieser Eule? Nicht angefangen. Ah.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Alphan! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphan...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphan...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphan, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock. Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphan's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphan.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Wie geht's jetzt weiter?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Ja, gut. Ich hätte aber nichts gegen ein bisschen Action, aber geht wohl gerade nicht.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphan. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphan, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family. My friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphan, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphan?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphan.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphan of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphan. I believe in you.
So.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Genug gelabert. Oder auch nicht.
Alphan! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphan, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Geht doch.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
So, wen will ich denn nicht? Nehmen wir doch mal sie mit.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest.
You're prepared to be seen.
Let's go! In an instant! Impact block! My turn! Strike!
I'm on it. Look sharp. In a bind.
You're mine!
Sword. Now, ready Alpha. Eagle fire. Now. Ready fire.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Alphan, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me. And left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion. Then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the
Okay.
Why?
Ugh.
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
Ja, aber nicht jetzt.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Eule.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the owl forest? You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Eagle shot!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Megasonic thrust!
Tiger blade!
Take it! It's over!
That's it!
Go get him! Light Astro, illuminate
not
the
done.
dark! Come forth!
Throw
Holy
away!
Roll now!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Blow them away!
Lightning condemn!
Hand it out. Go, Helene!
All yours, Kisara. A comfortable win.
Kann du wohl nämlich auch heilen? Das wäre ja nicht verkehrt. Dann packe ich dich dahin und du tauschst den Platz wieder zurück. Ach, da kann ich arbeiten. Ja, super.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch? This one will be difficult to predict. Can't get out of this!
I'm out! Here I come!
Begin!
You're finished!
Denied! I'll face you!
Are those arms even natural?
Dance on the wind!
Flew away!
On your
Megasonic thrust!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Hands in the wind!
Here I come! You're this one, all mine! Flew away!
Thunder field!
Sword Rain Alpha!
More where that came from!
Looks like we won.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
It's over!
I'll tear you apart! Take this! Armor won't save you!
I'm not done! Raining
Come on a roll now!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Powered Hurricane! I'll stop its
No
charge!
further!
Thanks,
I'm
Lisa.
ready! Ready! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Now!
Leave the charges to me!
Raining
Eat this!
Here I go!
Powered Hurricane!
Oh nein, daneben.
Now!
Powered Hurricane!
All yours, Kisara!
Raging
Now!
Seismic rupture! Here! I'm on! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
Do it!
Go lead!
Hey!
Blow them away!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Das ist eine Truhe. Die hätte ich ja schon ganz gerne.
Coming through!
Raining Swallow Sword Rain Alpha!
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this!
Arch field! Not on my watch!
Whirlwind Steel! Swallow Dance!
Photon lightning and day!
Eagle Assault! I'm getting
Elusive deity!
Eagle
Here!
Drive!
Rotating pile driver!
Megasonic thrust!
Can you take it? Cutting flash!
You're finished!
On
Flew
your
away!
Arc dance!
Now! Here I come! Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer!
Raining Megasonic thrust! Do it! Here I come!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
benediction light.
Now!
Can't get out of this!
You're finished!
Eat this!
Raining Slash! Flew away!
Begin!
First strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Champion Swirl!
First strike! Megasonic thrust!
Tunnel!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Was ist das denn? Ach, Lagerplatz. Okay. Vereinigen sich dahin. Dann mache ich die Gegner schneller fertig. Ich will einfach mein Team wieder vollhauen. Ah, die beiden muss ich noch besiegen.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Little help!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Whirlwind Snap! Begin!
Megasonic thrust!
Freezes! Attack time!
Here I come!
I shall feel you where you stand.
Feel!
Resonate with the earth! Far enough!
I'm ready!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer! My turn!
Here goes!
Drop it!
More with that hit, Rob!
Raining!
Now!
Megasonic thrust! Goodwill!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
A comfortable win.
What's this thing?
So, was habe ich denn hier noch für Items? Oh Gott, so viel. Kann ich alles auf ihn machen. Ja, Schirm habe ich noch dabei. So, sehr schön.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphan still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphan, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphan, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know. But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Ich hasse Höhlen.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
You picked the wrong fight!
It's a duel of the arts!
Take this!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy lamp! Leave the enemy's arts to me!
Take this!
No complaints here!
Raining flash! Roll away!
Begin!
Equal power! Take that!
We got the advantage! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Swallow
Beckons into everlasting
Gale
darkness!
You're mine!
Far up! Pieces!
You're finished!
Attack time! Resonate with the earth!
Take this!
Stalagmite!
Raining slash! It's on!
Raging
Lightning
Cascade!
Falcon! You picked the wrong fight!
Seal!
Here I come!
More for the sun!
Didn't even break a sweat.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
Looks like trouble with Captain King!
Together, we've got this! Try harder! Take this!
Resonate with the earth!
You're mine! First alive! Blow away! Take this! Megasonic Thrust! Escape! Raining Flash!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And pummel it to me!
Raining Flash!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Rain Alpha!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Now! Here I come!
Certainly not.
Blow away!
Guns ready to go! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Oh geil, das 30.
What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead.
Nein, es kommt da lang.
Little help! Denied! Take this! Now you see what I can do! Here I come!
Here, dance in the wind!
I'm on! In a bind?
In here!
I shall ensure you survive this! You picked the wrong fight!
Mann, daneben.
You'll soon see about that! Here I come!
Being interrupted.
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
You're finished! Swallow dance! Flew away! We did it! Megasonic new melody! Come and get here!
Lightning condense! Thunderbolt! Illuminate the
Here I
dark!
come!
Come forth!
Sword Alpha!
Holy Land!
Glimmer Flash! Rending you apart! Bloody hell! Handle it! In a bind? Swallow dance! You're mine! You're finished! Denied!
Impressive, Gilbert.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. People say that?
Hau ihn rein, los. Danke.
Super Swallow Dance!
There's more where that came from.
Boah. Schönen guten Abend.
Right, here goes! You're mine! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Hold on to your heart. Here, if it hot, infect it out again.
Megasonic thrust! Sword Rain Alpha! It's all out, stay strong! Now split it open! Be my guest!
Let's turn. That's my cue.
You shut him down! Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Here
Take this! Here!
Swallow dance.
Ready? Try harder! Here I come!
Sweet now.
Sword Rain Alpha! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike!
Blah, blah, blah.
You're mine! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
Ach, kommt alle her.
Carve through armor! Negative Take this! You picked the wrong fight! Blow them away! You're mine!
You're really, really strong, Alphan.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. Tempted Wall!
Eagle Fly!
Illuminate the dark! Come
Right!
Holy
Take this!
Land!
You're on! Eat this! I'll take you all off! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Wind Astral Energy!
You're mine!
Hallo?
Fantastic! Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to focus.
I was only trying to be together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Armor won't save you. It's over. Heal. Thanks.
Thunder Field now!
I'll run you through.
Frozen!
Hammer.
Everyone hanging in there?
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it... It's on!
Front. It's over. Ready, slap.
Hold on to your arm. Here I come!
Being interrupted. Here. All back in their defense. You picked the wrong
Glad you
fight.
have your uses.
Here I come.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Tornado Alpha.
Illuminate the dark!
Ah!
Holy Glimmer!
Here.
Holy Lamp!
Ready, slap. Tornado Alpha. Here.
Nothing gets by me!
Tornado Alpha.
And requires complete focus!
Here I come.
Far enough!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I didn't think of that?
Ready, slap.
Raging Storm!
Resonate with the
Tornado
earth.
Alpha.
Now!
Totally. In an instant. Impact block. We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Hat einen Regenbogen, geil. Gibt sich dadurch ohne Kampf? Das wäre nett. Naja,
An opponent
kann ich
like
doch
this should
verstehen.
I'm not done. Blow away. You picked the wrong fight.
Take this!
Megasonic
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir. Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off. It's over.
Negative
Mine.
Illuminate the dark! Kitara, Frozen!
Hammer!
So I still had room to grow.
Okay, here I go.
Far enough!
Ready? Take this. Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. You're finished. You're finished. It's on. Eat dirt. Ready? Slap.
I thought you were going to wreck the
My
place.
turn. I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Here I come. Megasonic thrust.
Ready and rare!
Doubling!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. Discourteous, aren't you? Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Take this!
You picked the wrong fight.
Armor won't save you!
Take this.
Eat this!
Megasonic
I'll run you
thrust.
through! Denied!
Now!
Take this. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
It's over.
Now!
Light burst
Mein
forth.
Gott, immer wieder.
Genesis!
Not a chance. Sword Rain Alpha. Here. Take this.
Armor won't save
I'm
you!
ready. It's over.
Take!
Blow them away!
Purge malevolence! Arcane
Everlasting
waterfall!
jump! Make your
Here I come!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
This...
Das kann man aber auch jetzt. Ach du Scheiße. Echt jetzt? Nein. Ach so, ja. Das sieht ja viel besser aus. Und dann, ach, immer das. Na toll. Ich bin rot. Wow.
This will make us even more formidable.
I need something to eat.
Gibt's da oben langsam mal eben einen Rastplatz? Ach, so wie schon wieder an Ausrüstung.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not
Kaum eine Heilung habe ich. Hau ich noch rein. Ah, wo ist es? Da.
even halfway? Are you serious?
Little help!
Here I come!
Watch your back!
Raining
Light
strike!
extra
This one's all mine! Eat dirt! First cut! Here I come! Raining slash! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can handle it! Far enough! Now!
You're mine!
All yours, Kisara!
Now! You're mine! Mirage! Here I come! Elusive deity! Blow away! You're mine! First strike! Take this! You picked the wrong fight!
Retreat! Demon's Descent!
Flashing bang!
Easy! Way to go!
Elusive deity! You're finished! Rotating pile driver! Raining slash! Strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Eat this! Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Na toll.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
So, eben kurze Pause.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
So let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us?
Eagle fly!
More where that came from! Air thrust!
Far enough!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well
In a
I'm
bind.
here to stop it.
Illuminate the storm! Come
Yes.
forth, holy glimmer! Holy lamp! Arts require complete focus! What would I do without you?
Eat dirt!
Talent armor won't save
Holy
you!
lamp!
You're mine!
Eat this! I'll run you into the day!
There you go! No let up! Arch shield! Confiscated! Raging cascade!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Illuminate the
Lost
dark!
my focus.
Come forth, holy glimmer!
Such tremendous
Alles
power.
an.
Don't face it head on.
I'll face you!
Ready to go.
Swallow dance!
Far enough. Better if you don't get up.
Elusive deity!
You picked the wrong fight!
Sword Ray Alpha!
Illuminate the dark! Come
Begin.
forth, holy glimmer! Holy land!
That's da.
Tear you apart!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow dance!
Sleep now!
I'll finish you here and now! Engulf you! Ready to go!
Gale force! Whoa! Hey, one at a time!
Can you take it? Here!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Elusive deity!
Away!
First strike! I'm on it!
Illuminate the dark! Ready!
I'm on it!
Try harder!
What in the world?
Don't hurry.
I'm all right.
You're mine!
Still standing.
The wind! Air thrust!
Nothing gets by. Far enough.
It's on!
Heal!
You picked the wrong fight!
Raging storm! Thanks so much! Now!
Hurricane!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Arch Maleficent!
I'm not done!
It's done! Heal!
Getting stronger!
Switch got its movement! Watch out!
The enemy is going all out!
Megasonic thrust! Try harder! Not a chance!
Brendan Tan!
Javelin! Arcane waterfall! Freeze Lancer!
Armor won't save you!
Air thrust!
Robbed in pain.
You're mine!
Photon blast!
I can handle it.
Benediction light.
Inspiration!
Another incantation ruined.
Raging storm! Head! Take that!
Mega Pit time! You picked the wrong fight!
Oh Mann, muss da gerade wieder fliegen.
Benediction light.
Heal!
Hold on to your armor! Here I come!
Thrust! Glimmer Dragon!
Megasonic thrust!
Tunnel! Lightning condensed!
Benediction light.
You're mine!
Ich hasse das Fluggegner.
Holy land!
Super Swallow Dance! Resonate with the hour!
Lol.
Try harder! My turn! I'm not done!
Bathed in blood.
Rending you a bloody hour!
Arcane waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Nothing gets by me.
Air thrust! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy land!
Elusive deity! Soaring! I'm on top!
Sword Rain Alpha!
In a bind?
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Raging storm!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dance in the wind! Not in your dreams!
Take this! Pierce!
Raging storm!
Elusive beam!
Flight!
Eagle ray! Can you take it? It's over! My turn!
Blown flight!
No escape! Raining
They're not playing around! Stand down! Sleep now!
Leave the charges
Get
to me!
Here I am!
Glimmer flight!
Raining flash!
Air throw! Light descends! Thunder blade! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Holy lamp!
Eat dirt!
Zu früh.
I can carve through armor! I'm on it!
Illuminate the dark!
carried
Come
away.
forth! Holy glimmer! Holy lamp!
Everlasting darkness! Mega Cyclops! Totally! In an instant! Impact Clock!
Sehr schön.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
Boah, aber das Geld. Waffe fertigen. Kann ich was Neues machen? Natürlich nicht. Bitte. Warte mal kurz. Ich brauche dafür das ein 8. Oh, ja, mache ich doch gerne. Nichts. Auch nichts. Gut.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Das ist geil.
I'm surrounded! It's over! In a bind? Raining flash!
Ready to go!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Clock! We work well together.
Like it finally timed the enemy will
You'll soon see about that!
It's over! Blew away!
Well, looky here!
Endlich das Ende. Okay.
We're so high up.
Kann ich hier runterspringen oder was? Nein! Fehler!
Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as
Okay.
these.
Gefühlt war das
Did you know
merkwürdig,
it
was
was gonna be
verstanden.
safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here.
Hier keine Schnellreise? Mist. Mist. Scheiße.
Into most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a
Das war
hunch.
ein riesiger Fehler. Und da kann ich ja
Are
komplett
we ever
hochklettern.
gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here.
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell. Positive thinking is everything.
Boah, dauert das lange.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. An opponent like this should be easy.
Company!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off!
Ready and here! Do it! This'll come in handy.
First strike! Here I come! Mega Sonic Thrust!
Raging Star!
Blue away!
Hey, one at a
Sword
time!
Rain Alpha! Roll now!
Arctic Waterfall!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Ich will hier nur durch. Danke. Sehr schön, ja doch alles geklappt.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of Water or no, This place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. I'm counting on you, Alphan. Another day, another Gald.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphan?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
Right, here goes! Here I come! Raining
Not on my watch! I can handle it! Denied!
Raining! Here!
Take this!
An astral
Get out of this!
That's my cue.
It's almost...
Shut him down! Blow away! You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze Lancer!
Wow! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off! Resonate with the earth! Slow down!
Now!
Megasonic Thrust! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance! Blow away! Seismic Rupture! Blow away! Seismic Rupture! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again.
Ja, ich komme doch schon zu euch.
An opponent like this should be easy. I can carve through armor.
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Here I come. Eagle fly. Now I'm ready. Here I come.
Demons descend!
Flashing bang.
Easy! Way to go!
Struck.
Not in your dreams!
Here, first strike. Raining. Dragon fly. Don't leave. Blow them away.
You can use martial arts too?
Am I overstepping my bounds?
We got all the ingredients for that recipe now.
No.
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
No choice. Here I come. Can't get out of this. You're finished. Eat dirt.
If they rush you gotta jump for cover. Doubling.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis. You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
I'm ready.
Demons descend!
Flashing bang. My turn. Struck. I'm on. Ready to deity. Sword blade out. I'm ready.
One at a time. Bizarre frozen.
Hammer.
So I still had room to grow.
Was ist das denn hin und her hier?
No choice. You're mine.
Now you see what I can do.
First strike. Thank you. Away.
Eagle
Raging Storm.
You're mine.
These ones can run rings around us.
And blood. It's on. Eat dirt. Bloody hell. You back.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Resonate with the
Dance in the wind.
I'm ready. Don't leave. Blow them away. How's that? My turn. Take this.
Acceptable.
You're finished. No further.
I'm ready!
Magic is there.
Here I come.
In here.
Raining blood. Sword rain out. Totally. In an instant. Impact block.
Over so soon.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels...
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Halt! Are you Alphan and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganeth Harrow. So I'll ask again, are you Alphan and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
So, hier muss ich jetzt leider aufhören. Ich muss nämlich langsam mal was essen. Ich hoffe, jedem, der zugeschaut hat oder gerade zuschaut, hat es gefallen. Und bis demnächst.